And today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 real-life spell books.
Do not read the Latin.
Read it.
Naturum demonto.
For this list, we're looking at grimoires, also known as spell books, that contain allegedly authentic instructions on how to perform magical spells and rituals. We're excluding funerary texts that incorporate spells, although if you're worried about the afterlife, arm up with the Egyptian Book of the Dead. Do you believe in magic? Let us know in the comments. Number 10, the Book of Saint Cyprian. There are actually multiple grimoires attributed to this 3rd century figure, a pagan magician who converted to Christianity and was martyred, at least according to legend. The most fascinating text is arguably the Portuguese version, dating back to the 19th century. It includes a description of the legend of Saint Cyprian and instructions on alchemy, divination, exorcism, and love magic.
You just need a little spark of magic.
What's most unique about this grimoire, however, is that it also contains maps to sites of hidden treasure and details on how to obtain magical riches. Some editions even include the success story of one French peasant who used the maps to successfully find treasure.
I'm rich! I'm wealthy! Yahoo! I'm comfortably well off! Woohoo!
Number 9. Arbatel de Magia Veterum, also known as Arbatel of the Magic of the Ancients. Of all the spell books on this list, this one seems most likely to be used by Glinda the Good Witch.
Are you a good witch or a bad witch? Who, me?
Published in Switzerland in 1575, this book won't tell you how to perform dark magic to harm others, but it will tell you how to live a kind, honest, and charitable life. Though it deals with matters of the occult, the most frequently cited work in the Arbatel is actually the Bible. The overarching theme of this grimoire is the positive relationship between humanity and the heavens. If you want to learn how to recruit the help of angels and other benevolent spirits in your life, this would be the book to use.
I knew he'd send you, Gabriel. You were always so eager to please him.
Number 8. The Sworn Book of Honorius. Dating back to at least the 14th century, this encyclopedic spellbook is an incredibly influential guide to medieval magic. According to the prologue, a group of magicians facing persecution at the hands of the Catholic Church came together to compile all of their magical knowledge into this oath-bound volume.
They got that right then, haven't they?
Thus, the Sworn Book of Honorius was published with 93 chapters containing virtually everything there was to know about magic, from summoning demons to finding treasure.
Just a handful of this stuff would make me richer than the Sultan.
Originally, students of magic reportedly had to take an oath of secrecy before being allowed to read it. Any copy they made went with them to the grave upon their death.
Swear to it.
Make the unbreakable vow.
Today, however, the secret's out. You can easily buy it on Amazon. Number 7. The Black Pullet. From 18th century France, this spellbook is unique because the information within it is presented as more of a narrative than an instruction manual. The text tells the story of a French officer sent by Napoleon on an expedition to Egypt. There, he meets an elderly Turkish man who teaches him all the secrets of magical talismans. These mystical engraved objects give the wearer supernatural protection and special powers, such as the ability to summon a djinn and make the djinn bring your own true love.
Yo, Rockman, haven't seen you in a few millennia. Give me some tassel. Ha! Yo, yo.
For those with more material ambitions, you could try summoning the titular black pullet itself, a hen that lays golden eggs that can provide you with infinite riches. Number 6. The Greek Magical Papyri. By far the oldest entry on this list, this collection of ancient magical knowledge has sections that date back over 2,000 years. The book is a collection of papyri from Greco-Roman Egypt, written primarily in ancient Greek, that contains magical spells, recipes, and rituals that were supposedly used by magicians throughout the Mediterranean region for centuries. The collection includes spells that promise to grant one the ability to see the future, and instructions on how to create a figurine similar to a voodoo doll.
Did you just have a vision?
Yeah, Charles, yeah, and I putting up posters over there on that wall over there.
The papyri were compiled and published as one book during the 19th century, which is now widely available today.
Ow! What the hell was that?
Number 5. The Lesser Key of Solomon. While other grimoires contain a wide variety of magical information, this book is strictly limited to demonology, and on that subject, it is very thorough. Split into 5 sections, the Lesser Key of Solomon lists 72 different demons, complete with descriptions, as well as instructions on how to summon them and make them do your bidding. The book claims to have been written by King Solomon, but the most well-known version of the text is only a few centuries old. Unknown author aside, this book is one of the most popular sources of demonology information, and is given credence by many in the occult community. Number 4. The Key of Solomon. So influential that it may have inspired the previous entry on this list, this spellbook is the quintessential collection of Renaissance magic. Again, though it's said to be written by King Solomon, the real author is unknown. Its contents include many spells and the methods of casting them, with all of the book's magic being made possible by the power of God.
Who are you?
I'm the one. Creator of the heavens and the earth, Alpha and Omega.
Oh, I see where this is going.
Although the church denounced the book as heresy, many clergymen in the 15th century studied the text in secret, hoping to gain the wisdom and power the book claimed it could grant. Today, the book is available to read in its English translation for anyone who wants to learn more about these Solomonic spells. Number 3. The 6th and 7th Books of Moses. Allegedly written by Moses, this text claims to contain books of the Hebrew Bible that were hidden or otherwise lost. It was first published in Germany around the 19th century. In keeping with the theme, the spells within this book are explicitly biblical, including many of the same spells Moses allegedly used to perform miracles like parting the Red Sea. Due to advancements in printing press technology, this grimoire became one of the most widely circulated in the world, spreading throughout Europe, the Americas, and parts of Africa. As a result, the spellbook is significant to diverse groups, from folk magicians in the Appalachians to Rastafarians in Jamaica. Number 2. Simon Necronomicon.
Oh, God. Look at this.
This grimoire may have been published in 1977, but it's not as far removed from some of the older spellbooks as you might think. If the name sounds familiar, you likely know it from an H.P. Lovecraft story or from the Evil Dead series. In addition to a Lovecraftian influence, this version contains elements of Middle Eastern mythology and an overarching theme of good versus evil. Though its authenticity as a grimoire has been contested due to it being so clearly inspired by fictional works, most of the spells and rituals within the book are copied directly from other spellbooks. Most older grimoires were compiled the same way, meaning this newer text is arguably just as authentic as any other. Before we unveil our top pick, here are some honorable mentions. Galdrabok, Book of Magic, an Icelandic book of magical healing spells. Picatrix, a book of astrology and occult magic filled with gruesome and dangerous spells. Pseudo-Monarchia Demonum, False Monarchy of Demons, a list of 69 demons and how to summon them. Petit Albert, a French book of household magic and recipes. The Magus, an occult handbook compiling spells and ceremonies from the most famous